Back with us now, Congressman Mike Johnson from House Judiciary. Sir, it's great to see you again. Can you talk to us more about House Republicans sending letters to all 93 U.S. attorneys in all 50 states saying turn over documents on the steps you took after the Attorney General Merrick Garland ordered you to aim federal terror firepowers meant for jihadists at parents upset with school boards? What's the update on this right now?
Thanks, Liz. 2 dates to remember. October 21st, the Attorney General appeared, of course, before the House Judiciary Committee, and he acknowledged to us, under heavy questioning by our team, all the Republicans, that the basis of that memo, directing all the firepower of the federal government, the Department of Justice, against concerned parents who are showing up at school board meetings, the basis was the letter from the National School Board Association, the infamous letter now where they compared these parents to domestic terrorists. Well, it was less than 24 hours later, the National School Board Association, receiving all the public outcry after that hearing, retracted their letter and apologized for it. And still today, as you and I are speaking, Liz, the Attorney General has not withdrawn his memo. He based it upon these allegations, these wild allegations by the School Board Association that no longer exist. They've retracted it, and yet he won't take that step. So what we've done is we've sent letters to all the U.S. attorneys. There are 94 different judicial districts around this country, all 50 states. We're asking them what, if anything, they've done to advance this memo, this unprecedented directive by the Attorney General, and we're awaiting those results. Well, it'll be very interesting to see.
It's so shocking and disturbing that one letter can trigger the FBI, the National Security Division, the Threat Assessment Center, the Secret Service to go after parents. One letter with no evidence. The AG testified he didn't have any evidence. Right. He still isn't presenting you guys with evidence for why he said it was justifiable to send out that memo ordering all of this. Are you guys going to hold him in contempt?
We are going to press them. Now, of course, right now, at this moment as we speak, we're the minority party. It takes a majority vote to hold an official in contempt. But I can tell you that there's a sea change going on. You saw it last night in Virginia. And of course, as has been said on the program already tonight, parental rights in education is a key part of this movement, this big red wave that's building. Parents have had enough. If the Attorney General is going to continue down this path, there'll be a reckoning. We will be in control of the Congress after the election next year, and there will be a lot of accountability to be had here. They've employed, as you said, the National Security Division. For goodness sakes, that was created under the Patriot Act to prevent national security threats, to keep the homeland safe. He has yet to explain to us how parents exercising their First Amendment rights, engaging in decisions about their children's education, is somehow a threat to national security. Their priorities are completely misplaced in the Biden administration, and we are going to be on this and continue it because the American people deserve and demand that.
So, and also, are you demanding the NSBA to hand over its communications with the White House? Because there's talk of collusion between the NSBA, the School Board Association, and the White House weeks ahead of time to basically use Patriot Act federal terror firepowers to go after parents. Is that what's going on too?
Yes, the House Republicans on the Judiciary Committee have issued, I think, a half dozen letters now, just in the last 3 to 4 days. We're demanding all the evidence, all the notes, all the memoranda, the agendas of any of these meetings that have been held. We want to know exactly what's going on, and we have a right to do that because we have jurisdiction. We have oversight responsibility over all of the Department of Justice and everyone involved here. That's our job, and we're going to do it. I think the American people deserve these answers, and I think the parents need to know, and they should be encouraged. Do not be dissuaded in any way from sharing your views. You should speak up more. That's your First Amendment right. You have an obligation, a duty, a responsibility to protect your children, and now's the time to do it.
All right, you know, during A.G. Garland's testimony before the House last month, he appeared to have no idea whether the U.S. Attorney meetings he ordered were actually taking place. Right? So what's going on here? Final word.
Well, so his memo said they were supposed to do all this by November 3rd. There was supposed to be a meeting in every one of these jurisdictions. He doesn't even know if it's happened, but we're going to find out. And as soon as we get these answers, we'll let you know. It's
pretty scary stuff, and it's terrifying. We're going to stay on the story. Thank you so much. It's great to see you, Congressman. You'll come back on again soon.